Yeah, so my new role here is that of sporting director. Basically, I'll have oversight of the first team as well as the academy in terms of really just all the soccer programming that goes on here at the Riverhounds. I think we've just grown a ton over the last, since our inception, but really over the last 6 years or so since Bob's been here, the club has continued to grow. The academy has been pushing to continue to grow. And so I think this role is big for connecting the first team to the academy and vice versa, trying to keep pushing for having some players come out of our academy and join the first team. That'll be a big part of this role, working with Scott Gibson and John Rotz and Justin Evans and these guys who are running the academy currently, and just continuing to push things forward. The pathway for me into this role is probably not one that's super, call it maybe standard, to go from an assistant coach to a sporting director. But I think it's something where I've got relationships with really all the people involved. I've been doing things, I would say, for the last, since I've been here, the last 8 years, that are starting to prepare me for this type of role, not just on the field as an assistant coach, but really starting to see some of the behind the scenes side of things. And that's something I think I can continue in this role and add on to as well. I think I'm probably looking most forward to just a new challenge. I've been in my former role as assistant coach for 8 seasons, coming in with the previous coach Dave Brandt, and then being fortunate enough to stay on with Bob when he came on. That's been an awesome experience for me, but I think it's an opportunity to step into more of a leadership role and really kind of put a little more of kind of my stamp and my vision on the club, and that's what I'm probably most looking forward to. So as sporting director, I'll continue to be involved in building the team. That's a big function of a sporting director within a club. Bob will continue to kind of really run point on that. I was very involved with all of that, with talking to the agents, talking with the college coaches, building out our combines, selecting the players, these types of things, and those things will continue. I think seeing some of the things behind the scenes with where players are going to live, connecting the academy to the first team, we did some of that with getting players into our training sessions. I was involved with getting Anders involved in the first team and eventually signing. It's just a lot of those things. It will be a more clear kind of mandate, a more clear opportunity to push those things forward. My time will be not spent on the field, not spent traveling, these types of things, and so it will be up to me to kind of focus on some of those things. Yeah, the most growth, my goodness, we're sitting in a big piece of it, just being our facilities, to have this facility out here in Coriopolis that both supports our first team and our academy. I think just from a pure number standpoint, the academy has continued to grow. We're bursting at the seams in a lot of ways, even with the added facilities, and that's a good thing. The biggest change in this role will be, not being on the field is a big part of it. That's preparing for training and running training and kind of the cleanup of training, not the physical cleanup, but just kind of looking back at what training is a big piece of every day as a coach. And so to not have that now, I think is a big change. It will be really a lot of office work now, and yeah, I'm excited about that challenge. When I first, actually my kids found out about this because my wife it was kept a little bit secret for a little bit. We hadn't told our kids. My wife had spoken to her parents about it, and just kind of, I was not around, but casually over dinner, my father-in-law mentioned it, and then it became a topic of conversation with my kids, and my oldest son was actually pretty devastated because I was not going to be a coach anymore. I think we've been able to convince him that this is a good thing overall, but he's super invested in the team. Loves going to every game, likes seeing me on the field, likes watching us on TV, likes seeing, when the camera catches me on the sidelines. So the initial reaction was a bit of a shock, and not really sure what that means, but I think they're happy about it now. What I'd say to the fans, I think that there's just no better time to be a Hounds fan. We've enjoyed a lot of success on the field, and I think in terms of just the product that we're putting out, in terms of the entertainment value of coming to games, I think has never been better. The atmosphere has never been better. Our academy has never been better. It's just a really good time to be a Hounds fan. Obviously, we had a really fantastic season to win the Players' Shield. I think that was a massive, massive accomplishment. Nobody's hiding the fact that we underperformed in that playoff game, or just fell short. Upsets happen, obviously, but the ultimate goal is to bring a championship to Pittsburgh, a playoff championship to Pittsburgh, and certainly my efforts will be to continue pushing that goal forward as well.